Ladies and gentlemen, this fight will be contested over 3 3-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, this man represents Wolverhampton MMA. It's Lewis Lowe!
So Lewis Lowe looking at putting a bit of size since his last couple of fights, got stronger.
And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, this man represents Frontline Academy. It's NAHID KARTEL! And your referee judge the action is Stuart Davey.
A little bit of love here for the Norwegian fighter NAHID KARTEL.
What? We're back in, and we got a steaming Lewis Lowe coming in with the high kicks and the switch high into the dome.
Yeah, Lewis Lowe. He's just looking so much bigger and stronger than we've seen before, Steve. And he's coming off that big win over Mo Salah. That's got to have really given him some confidence. Pressuring in.
Lewis Lowe has had some trouble in the guillotines before. He's got 1 submission loss.
Yeah.
KARTEL doing well to use that underhook.
Yeah, just spun around with Lewis Lowe, keeping the pressure. I thought this might be a factor, just Lewis Lowe's strength. I was looking for that guillotine, but
KARTEL's got his hands together.
yeah, KARTEL did a great job of dragging him to the floor. This is what we've always seen from these Frontline Academy fighters, just so polished on the ground.
Yeah, we've seen a bit of a chink in the armor in Frontline Academy fighters in the last few events. They haven't been the absolute colossus that they've been in the past. Maybe it's just other gyms catching up. But this kind of ground-out style that's been famous for Frontline Academy and BST, take them down, rough them up, and win decisions, hasn't always been successful.
Well, I will say, I think it was a thing that there was a couple of gyms in Europe that basically just focused on wrestling and not taking risks, and they could just win fights compared to some of the other teams. And all these other teams have brought in wrestling coaches. They've adapted. They're doing more wrestling sessions on the timetable, and you can see the difference now.
Yeah, look at KARTEL's ducking out the back now. NAHID is giving all sorts of trouble to Lewis Lowe at the moment.
Yeah, Lewis Lowe does not want to be here. He's listening to his corner though. Eats a little cheeky shot. KARTEL, great pressure. He's trying to just pull the other hand away and drive him to the mat.
This is where KARTEL doesn't really need to insist on any position, because at whatever position Lewis Lowe moves into, NAHID KARTEL will be in a dominant position to strike or move.
Hold on to the cage to stand up.
Did he ever?
You got to play the game sometimes, Steve. It's worth a warning occasionally.
Yeah, you'll get away with a warning or two.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, on the break, dirty boxing.
And now, look at Lewis Lowe. He knows he's got to make something up.
Oh yeah, shot, Steve. It's a bit rocked.
2 right hands, and he blinks it off. NAHID KARTEL needs to come in after a jab, behind his own jab, as he shoots in long. Gets his head not quite to the outside, but uses that to capture Lewis Lowe's hips. This is something that little wrestling nerd done for you here, folks. But if Lewis Lowe was to reach over with his left hand and put it into the crotch on the left side of NAHID KARTEL, you do what's called a switch, which can put a lot of pressure on the top position's shoulder and actually help you to hip out. It's not something you see very often.
It's one of those weird wrestling moves that feels counterintuitive, like you'll feel like you're in a weak position, but it just stops that movement. There's a beautiful video of John Jones rolling with Gordon Ryan, and John Jones, I think John Jones hit that hip switch. Hip switch, is that the right name?
Yeah, just switch.
Single leg switch.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones I find myself when I'm wrestling. I always I see it there and I'm like, should I be doing that? And then I try it and it works every time, but it doesn't ever feel right.
Okay, here we go. Coming up for the second frame.
Yeah, that was interesting. In the wrestling, we saw NAHID KARTEL have a little bit of an advantage, and then Lewis Lowe with the power striking. But then got caught coming forward, Steve. I think he was a little bit rocked in one of these exchanges. I'm predicting we're going to see a pretty similar thing in round 2. NAHID KARTEL trying to get the takedown, trying to time the double, and Lewis Lowe trying to stop it and land some power. There's some Eric's Fight gear shorts Lewis Lowe is wearing right there. Fantastic training shorts. You see the like large slit up the side. It means that you can kick a little bit higher. The shorts don't restrict your movement. Go to ericsfightgear.com. Order yourself a pair and be as cool as Lewis Lowe. Oh, nice leg kick. Oh, Lewis going high, kicks up the middle, nice left hook, barreling forwards.
Oh wow, he's just meat hooking him with those lefts and rights.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, Lewis Lowe's 3 fights into his MMA career. He looks a little bit debut-y, Steve, just barreling forward. He's tying up those legs nicely though. This is not debut-y, he's keeping pressure, trying to pass. NAHID KARTEL's thrown up a triangle. He's got one arm in, one arm out. He's got to push that arm across, and then he's got to angle off. He probably needs to hook with his left hand on the leg, pull himself around.
Yeah, but he's not quite deep enough. He's on his own toes here. It's very painful. He needs to be able to angle himself off.
It's all about the angle, but the cage is restricting him. He's pulling on that knee. It's interesting. Now he's going to have a better chance, Steve.
This is a
Pulls
great
on that
angle.
knee. That's looking tight. It's getting tighter and tighter by the second. The cage is just slightly limiting his foot movement. We can see Lewis Lowe go out from this. This is a fully locked in triangle with the angle.
Just not quite on his own shin there. It's all on his own toe. He's almost toe holding himself.
Yeah, you see NAHID KARTEL's right leg. Instead of being on his foot with over his foot, he wants to be over his shin. And it just would mean that triangle's a little bit tighter. And now you're seeing, look, he's literally doing what we said. Look, trying to pull that triangle in.
So much
slammed
power
out of it.
in Lewis Lowe.
Must be a clash of heads there as well. Still got one arm in, one arm out. Once again, go back to the triangle. NAHID KARTEL. See if he can get the foot under the knee. It's all about the angle and the foot under the knee. Wolverhampton MMA in the corner. They'll be telling Lewis Lowe what to do. And just that left shoulder pressure.
Keep that pressure down, keep the head position.
And then bring the hand through. And now power. Good work by Lewis Lowe. NAHID KARTEL trying to climb. Oh, lands a bit on his head, but climbs on the back.
Yeah, he's back attacking again with 1 minute remaining here in the second round.
Guy is trying to put those hooks in. He's a little bit high. It's because he's overarmed. Now he's got the arm trapped. This is a huge issue for Lewis Lowe.
Can he get the choke in?
One arm to defend. NAHID KARTEL. Oh, he slips the arm out. Now he's about to defend.
Though.
That is tight. He's cranking the side. Oh, it's under the chin. It's all over. Rear naked choke. Round number 2. Your winner, NAHID KARTEL from Frontline Academy.
Hey, that's my job.
Sorry, I got excited. Did a very good job of announcing, Steve. I've been impressed. We might have to take it turn in the future. Lewis Lowe gave it everything he had, but couldn't deal with the pressure of NAHID KARTEL. Next up, we have Garon Shamar taking on Ernest Polani. We're going to your official decision in just a moment. Remember, Battle Arena is brought to you by Eric's Fight Gear, the Fisticuffs Podcast, Pro for Chat, and Battle Ready Fight Management. And of course, the team at Sherlock Productions.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, your referee Stuart Gaines has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute 25 seconds of the second round. For your winner, by rear naked choke submission, NAHID KARTEL!
He came through some adversity. Lewis Lowe had his moments.
Lewis Lowe.
Two very experienced amateur fighters coming up next. We have Garon Shamar from Lions MMA. He's 3-3. He's coming off a couple of losses, but that's going to be fired him up for this fight. Taking on Ernest Polani, the Frontline Academy beast, 2-1. He's also coming off a loss to Hamza Saeed by decision.